we go. Didn't think about headphones, but I didn't. We got them now. Hey everyone. Hi. AHM1K. I usually have a mic problem in the get-go, so if there's any, if y'all can't hear me, please say so. So then I'll go ahead and fix that as soon as I can. Hello everyone. Hello Christian Glins. Maybe I shouldn't have taken off my glasses. Shit. Christian Glindsey, Rachel Doyle, that car nerd, disliking like 12, Hillian 1 out, Autobot reviews, Soundwave, Transformers, Autobot reviews. Hello everyone. Hi. There we go. Now I don't need the glasses. Terrible at pronunciating my pronunciation. Also got a big mess back there. Don't just ignore that. I'm working on a bunch of different things. Okay, so a couple questions. I'll get to those, and then I'm gonna get into the plan of what we're doing here. So, are you gonna turn Laser Optimus Prime into Scourge? Are you talking about Legacy? No. That is a no. I'm not touching that. There's a different plan for Laser Optimus Prime, and it does not involve becoming Scourge. Comments are up on the screen. Yeah, that is the thing that I do. Can you make a love story stop motion Soundwave X Nightbird, please? Hit my birthday in February. Well, happy birthday in February. But no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be sticking strictly to what I've got planned already. And then outside of that, that's just more work that I don't feel like taking on right now. Sorry about that, but it's just a no-go. Bro, I just saw your Knockout Barricade custom on Etsy. He looks so cool. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not really the custom I'm selling on Etsy. It's the gun he's holding. I'm selling the War for Cybertron Scatter Blaster. If you're curious what that is like, check that out in... what am I looking for? In the link in the description below, there will be a link to my Etsy page where you can see that photo, and also you can get that Scatter Blaster based off its how it looked in the War for Cybertron game. So that was pretty cool to do, and it's really cool. I actually have had a few of them that have sold, and there were just kind of so many of them, I had to send out my prototypes. So I don't have one here to actually show y'all, so I'd say take a look at it. I could pull up the picture here, but that is gonna be I can't internet so well. Anybody who knows me knows the phrase Kyle can't internet. It holds true. I can't internet so well. I noticed the gun he's holding, but still the custom looks sick. Yeah, that was done by Blue Ink. I'm not sure if there's a number. I know it's Blue Ink. He's in my Discord. He did that, actually. He did a really good job at it, too. I plan on using it for something. And I'm going to talk about that something later, actually. So, stay tuned. Maybe... could you do something with Leo Prime turning into Nemesis Leo Prime or something along those lines? I don't have a Leo Prime either. I wasn't going to mess with Leo Prime. This is the thing. It's like I have a plan, and there's a lot of people that are suggesting, oh, you should include these characters, but it's not something I'm going to do because I have a... And I hate to be like, oh, I love your idea, but I'm not going to do it. But at the same time, it's like, all right, I have a plan. I think y'all are going to really like it. But I'm trying not to add more characters in, because now it's a little late in the show to add more characters. Is really where I'm kind of going with it. There's one thing that's going to have new characters, but you'll understand why that's not such a bad thing in that one. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about Legacy and the War for Cybertron saga. That's about done. I posted this in my Discord, so if you're not a part of the Discord, you should check it out. But really, there are 6 more videos for the War for Cybertron saga entirely. Episodes 6 and 7 of Legacy. Those are gonna happen. One titled the one titled the Velocitron Speedia 500. So obviously it's gonna be a Velocitron. One just called the Star Seekers. That's 4. We got Legacy Evolution. Really creative there. And then I really stretched my brain and went with Legacy United for 6. So that's all 6 that we've got left. After that, there is no more. So actually, that answers that question I just saw pop up. How many more episodes of Legacy do you plan on making? 6 War for Cybertron videos. After that, no more. I won't touch it anymore. And that's okay. And it's it'll be fun. I think it's gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be a lot of work. It is a lot of work. Episode 6 is already a lot of work. Episode 7 will be more work, especially when I'd been starting to kind of craft how I was gonna do episode 7. I thought I was gonna do a lot of it in 3D animation, and when that hasn't been working out so great, it's not gonna happen. So now I gotta stop motion that, and when we get closer to that, you'll know what I'm talking about. But for now, just know that there was a plan for it to be Blender, and it looks really good. Now I have to stop motion it, and it's gonna make it 6 times harder. So it's gonna take longer to do. Delightful. Anyhow, what are we gonna do first? Let me go to. Let's take a look back at there they are. Ta-da! This screen's gonna be big, because this is gonna be the screen we're gonna be on. Yeah, the stop motion setup I have, it's actually, I'm not in really a big room. What you don't know is that that's only like a 3-foot gap between bed and table. It's not incredibly big. This is only a 10 by 10 room, 10 foot by 10 foot, so it's actually pretty cramped in here, but I mean, it works for what I need. I just put a table up from Walmart, so it's not a really big setup. It just looks a lot bigger than what it is. Before we get too deep into this, I know my throat's already getting dry. I don't talk this much normally. We're going to be drinking something. My name's Kyle, obviously, so naturally I had to get Monster Energy. However, this isn't any energy drink. This is the Monster Energy alcoholic beverage. So, the Beast Hard, 6% alcohol, peach perfect. I got to live up to that Kyle reputation while also, in standard live stream fashion, drinking a tasty adult beverage. I'm not sure I like the peach one. Really weird flavor to it. Okay. Oh well. It's still a beverage of the Kyle stereotype variety, while also being an alcoholic beverage too. Okay. So. Damn. Oh. Apologies if you're offended by swearing. It kind of just happens so easy for me. It's like just as easy as breathing. Window capture. What? No. Oops. I can't remember how to share a screen. Delightful. I'm gonna just do this. Hello. Hi. We're going to take a look back at 2023 first. Please tell me it's popping up. It is. Good. Let's take a look back. What was 2023 like, oh yeah, by the way, if you're a member, you can get some early access to things that I'm working on, like this members only video. But let's take a look back. How was 2023? Where was I thinking at the time? And why did I do what I do? I'm pretty sure I started with that one. Because my thinking here was, oh hey, cool. I did 2 Star Wars videos to end the year. I was pretty satisfied with that. Go right into a Shattered Glass episode. Keep that going. Kinda, sorta tease a crossover. Right? Yeah, that was the tease for the crossover. We did G.I. Joe. If you haven't been watching those, I recommend it because if you're a big fan of my War for Cybertron Legacy stuff, they're in the same story universe and there may be a crossover starting to appear in the next one coming out at some point. Check those out. Plus, they're funny. I see Gear the G.I. Joe wants to be more comedy because that just makes them fun, especially Sergeant Slaughter. He is everything you might find offensive rolled into one character, and it's hilarious. We did Punch Counter Punch 2. That was a lot of fun. Check that out. There's a plan for something to sequel that. That one is going to be fun. We did more Legacy. That was... This was surprisingly challenging to do because I was using a smaller table than that, and I kept having to rearrange the set every time I had to turn an angle, and that was getting frustrating. But we managed to get through it. We did an Ant-Man video. It was the only Marvel video we did all year. I don't regret doing only one Marvel video a year, or one Marvel video last year. I really just, there hasn't been any need to. I mean, that was with the movie hype, and it still didn't quite get to the viewership I was hoping to get. So I just didn't feel the need to do any more Marvel. We tried Rise of the Beasts, a few of those. I did Masterpiece figures because I didn't want to buy the main lines. And I was happy with that, but the view count did not make it worth it for me. And when you'll hear me say when it's not makes it worth it for me, I tend to... I don't make videos for... what's the way I'm trying to word this where it's like it'll make the most sense. I do this mainly for... It's like to scratch my marketing itch. I like to see what works and what doesn't. And when something's not working, I don't like to continue doing that, in a sense. So it's like, hey, creatively it would have been good, but at the same time, the numbers weren't matching where it was for me to make it worth continuing for me. It was a hype series based off a movie I really wasn't too excited for, so the idea of continuing based on that when the views weren't really kind of where I wanted them to be, just kind of said, you know what, we'll call it good. I gave it one last chance, though. I did an episode 3. And when that one really did poorly compared to the others, comparative to what I had in mind, that was pretty much the set in stone deal. It's like, alright, we'll call it good. Did some more Legacy, cracked in A Life of Prime. This one was really short because I had started working a new job right around when I did this Punch Counter Punch one when that dropped. So everything there started getting really spaced out and thin because I didn't have a lot. These were based on YouTube shorts that they were too... One of them was too long to put out as a short. It would have been too short as an episode alone, so I put the original short and then what would have been the second short together. More Shattered Glass Legacy crossover. That was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. A lot of people didn't like it. They were very upset because it did not end with a big happy ending. That was a plan because it's not a complaint I have, but I wish sometimes people would hold off on things like when they start going, this is why Legacy's ruined, or you ruined this, blah blah blah. I have a plan. I do have a plan. I don't just do things just because. There's a plan. Everything is to push towards something else. So if I'm doing this, there's a reason for it. And it might just be like a reason like, oh, hey, I needed these characters to die to make this character angrier, or I needed to clear out space for this, or this or that. You know, there's a plan. There's always a plan. I'm not just going to end something anticlimactically without it making there being a reason. And that came around where we did this, and then you see, oh hey, we're not done with Shattered Glass Optimus. We just needed him to just get absolutely scrimmaged so badly that would be it for him. He's just any bit of sanity he has left, he doesn't have it anymore. Push him to go to a new dark place. We got a nice little brand deal with YOLO Park. That was kind of fun. I'm not super happy with that as that came out. I wanted to do a Life of Prime stop motion advertising them, and they were kind of sort of thinking that would be not so good. So I said, okay, let's do this instead. That's just all the Shattered Glass combined. We did another Legacy. We introduced the Team Prime Adventures. It's just a Life of Prime 3D animation. Just all the things I can't really stop motion, but are still stupid enough to be in the Life of Prime. Source filmmaker animation. Introduced Star Wars. That was a lot of fun. I want to do more of those. The view count says otherwise, but I also know not a lot of you are here for Star Wars. But I'm going to continue doing it because that is an audience I want to expand on in just my own original project that's just been kind of floating around my head for a little bit. So I want to get it out there. I started advertising Written in Steel. We started doing Legacy, The Killing Joke. This came after BotCon, actually, or TFCon. I went to the TFCon in Orlando, which was a lot of fun. I managed to somehow walk out of there with one of the exclusives, which was this Joker figure. And I was like, ooh, I want to do a video with this. But I know if I post something, everyone's going to ask what it's connected to. So I just made it connected to Legacy right off the get-go. And it works out, really, because now it shows, hey, what's going on Cybertron while all the whole war deal is going on. There's no law enforcement, so there's just a bunch of lawlessness. Seemed like a lot of fun. Introduced Dragon Ball. That was fun. I enjoyed doing that. I put way more work into this than I should have because the view count suggests I didn't even get 10% of my audience. I didn't even get 20% of I didn't even get 1/20th of my audience. So, yikes. But at the same time, still fun. We did Written in Steel. Widely disliked. A lot of people liked it, but a lot of people disliked it too because of the ending. I wanted to do something shocking. I stand by that. I kind of teased the whole time that he was going to do something bad. The whole time Drift is sitting there saying he's got one last terrible act he's going to do. One last terrible act. Just kind of telling you he was going to do something really bad, I don't know, gun down bludgeon in cold blood. So there was that. I was teasing it the whole time. Not outright, but teasing that he was going to do something bad. Did another Legacy episode. Things are starting to fall apart. You also got to see Nemesis Prime be a little bit Optimus again. So that's fun. Ooh, I wonder where that's going to pick up. And we got the Life of Prime episode. This was probably my my second favorite video to do the whole year. The first one was this one, the animated Life of Prime. This was my second favorite one to do. Though, because I always enjoy doing the Life of Primes. Those ones are kind of like my palate cleanser. And they're also my giant audience reduction as well. Because anytime I post a Life of Prime video, I tend to see an 11 subscriber drop in my view count or in my deals. Always, it's pretty consistent that happens. So I always kind of find that funny, but at the same time, yikes. I was being sarcastic, bro. It's fine. No hostility meant in the comment. I didn't think you were being hostile. Oh, maybe you weren't talking to me. Maybe. Okay. Maybe we're talking about something else. I like the Life of Prime series. Every time I watch it, I laugh. Thank you. Because that's my favorite one to work on. Because it's just so stupid. I didn't see that one yet. Sound like Transformers, can you make a love stop motion? I've already answered this. I'm not going to do that. That's a no. there. I'd have no interest in doing that. You got Nova Prime. I have the Mastermind creation ones. I do not have other ones. Or the main Hasbro one. Card 24. I remember seeing you there. I wish you'd said hi or something. I was there to meet people just because it was just kind of. I was just kind of there to meet people. I met a few people there, which was really cool. And I was giving out free stuff if people came up and said hi. Said a few people did, so that was cool. I ended up, actually I met, among all the people I did meet, I met TFA 1024 there. We kind of bummed around a little bit. That was fun. Not to try to spam in the chat. Yeah, please don't spam the same message in the chat over and over again. I have a hard time keeping up as it is. Then when I see the same comment, it's going to really throw me off. Can you release a tutorial on how to make Transformers 3D models? Do you mean like the weapons? Because I don't know how to make the actual character models. I only know how to do the weapons. And there's an easier way, and then there's a less easy way, so I can go over either. Oh, nostalgic dude, I like this grid effect. Yeah, that was actually surprisingly tedious, but I did it in After Effects. That was a lot of fun, or it was a lot of fun seeing the result. When is the next episode of Transformers ROTH? Do you mean Rise of the Beasts? There isn't one. I'm not doing it. The views did not meet my expectations. So I'm not continuing with that one. You mean the weapons? Yeah, I could do that sometime. Maybe in a live stream at some point. There are two ways to go about it. I'll show the easy way. The harder way is that's not really going to encourage people to try it so much. So I'll show off the easy way first. And that'll do that. Cuz I would like to see more people doing that. I like seeing what people do. And especially when people start doing stuff, it motivates me because I get competitive, so that I want to do something even better. So the more people who do make Transformers like weapon 3D models, the better, because then I'm encouraged to try harder and do harder things. Lately, I've got this sitting here. I found this model that someone else made that I used. It is the back for Studio Series Gamer Megatron, but it's supposed to be the War for Cybertron game model based, because this back right here that he normally has, ooh, whoops, dropped it. It's pretty abysmal. So just plug that in. And ta-da! It worked really well. I printed it in resin, so I think that's what really helps it a lot. I think printing it in just the regular PLA, it wouldn't have come out so good if it came out at all. But this, it did come out really well. Hello, Crimson Raptors. That is one of the minions. I do have an option to be a minion. You get obviously your name gets highlighted, but also you get a little icon next to your name when you do. If you want to do that, you get your name in the credits of every video I post. Yeah, you get all that. You get access to behind the scenes videos. They're just things I post randomly. I did the first one, which was Velocitron Speedia 500. That one, actually, I have to rework that whole video too. That one guy hit me with a major copyright thing, so I'm glad that did not go to the mass public. How do you become a minion? That is simple. There is a join button. It's like becoming a channel member, how most people describe it. I just call them minion because I just think it's hilarious to have minions. Not like those like Despicable Me minions. I mean like a real minion. After all, Megatron's got to have his minions, right? Just watched Transformers in the Dark recently. Really good in my opinion. Thank you. That one was a lot of fun. I wanted to be as gruesome as I possibly could at the time. That one also has a tie into something coming later on. What was I saying? Right. Let's start getting into what's actually going to come out this year. What I hope to come out. Because if I say something, this is coming out this year, it won't. I'm pretty good at dropping the ball on that. So, we'll start off with... Oh my god, would you look at that? It's the Star Wars thing I talked about. This, Son of Coden, family name in the series, is what was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, this is a Star Wars thing. It's kind of like an original Star Wars fan series stop motion thing that I do. Starting to do. I really like it. I recommend going and watching the first one if you like Star Wars. If you don't like Star Wars, I mean, that's a tough loss, but I get it. But if you like something different, it's not going to be like, hey, this is going to change existing Star Wars lore or anything crazy like that. This is just purely just fun. It's meant to be fun. What else is there? Like chest pain there for a second. That was weird. Don't get older. Stay young forever. That's what they told me. I didn't believe them. Now I'm having chest pains on a live stream. Yeah, so there's a Star Wars project. I recommend watching it. I enjoy doing it. I hope y'all can actually enjoy it too. Episode 2 is going to come out eventually. I got a resin print something. I'm trying to do a droid in the 6-inch scale, so that's pretty it's been those are kind of difficult to do resin printing wise. I've had a lot of fails trying to do them, but maybe I'll get one that works, and that's when I'll have episode 2. But I want to do that this year, so that covers that. Should you want to remove it? Yes, I do. Let's go on to something else that hit or miss. Right. We'll get the maybes out of the way first. Like, I may do another Marvel video this year. I don't know for sure. I'd like to. I have one finished and written. It's a Venom video, which, funny enough, like half my audience is built just on the Venom videos I posted. So trying to get something for y'all. So while I'm gonna try to have something Marvel related come out as a Venom video. If that's the only thing that comes out Marvel related, I'm sorry, but also at the same time, I mean, I'm strapped for time, and Marvel videos have just not been exactly where my brain is going right now. So hopefully this will make everyone happy that does see it if you enjoy it. Covered that. Let's start covering the juicier topics. Where did you get the Rodimus toy that you used in Season 1? I got it off eBay. It's just Cloud Hot Rodimus or something like that. Yeah, but it's just an eBay find. That's where I get all my stuff. I don't buy anything special from places. I just usually get things on eBay. Ooh, here we go. Let's cover this. Oh my god, it's like he does other things other than Transformers. I do. You should also check him out. The view counts are very... It advertises very easily that a lot of people don't watch anything outside of War for Cybertron, which is... I get it. But also at the same time, I don't. You should watch more. It's fun. I enjoy doing other things, and a lot of things outside of Legacy is where I put the real work into. The hardest effort. Like the Power Rangers stuff, that's where I put the most VFX work into, honestly. I have the most fun doing it there. So, yeah, I checked that out. Last time I posted one was end of 2022 in December. 2023, I did not get a single one out, which was a shame. I used to get 1 or 2 out per year. but just schedule-wise, things didn't work out, and then the video took longer to do, and then I couldn't get the voices for it, and then there was this and that and this and that, so it took forever. But we're at a point now where it's about 50% or so filmed, so that's pretty nice. Editing wise, I'm pretty much caught up to where I am in the filming too, so it's about 50% filmed, 50% edited. So that'll come out this year, and I'm really excited to get that one out because the next one I'm going to enjoy even more. But to get through that, I got to get through this one, and this one will be, it's just about done. So, it's about half done. So we'll that'll come out this year finally. We're not going to go another year without one video at least for Power Rangers. What do I want to cover next? Ooh. This one! For those of you who don't know, I do a G.I. Joe thing. I've done 2 episodes of it. And I'm pretty sure only one came out last year. There's a, just schedule-wise, other things got prioritized. Big mistake on my part. But, yeah, we're going to keep going with the G.I. Joe stuff. That's going to be a lot of fun. It ties into the War for Cybertron saga, so if you like that, this is part of it. I know a lot of diehard G.I. Joe fans are going to hate me for it because I gave the Cobra Commander a different backstory. If you watched my Earthrise project and you saw that there was a human general who did not like the Transformers, he may or may not be the Cobra Commander in this, and that's where I get a lot of the "how dare you do that? He's never been that." I'm like, I know, but I thought that would be really cool, so I did it. The whole point is to try and have a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover that doesn't make me cringe. Not like Rise of the Beast, where it made me cringe. So, also fun fact, I came up with this idea before they did, or at least they posted it. Before their movie came out, I had this idea already going, so watch episode 1. I beat him to the punch, even though they, filmed it before. They didn't show anything. I did it before. First done. They copied me, I'm calling it. But yeah, so this is going to be a G.I. Joe, really kind of G.I. Joe Transformers crossover, but not too much on the Transformers. The focus is still G.I. Joe. The focus is to really kind of show, like, this is really kind of like the effects, like, the Transformers or kind of had, or how their war influenced humanity, I guess is the best way to put it. And the best way to show that is, hey, look, the terrorist organization Cobra is highly influenced by their experience fighting the Transformers on their world in my Earthrise series. There you go. But if you want a transforming robot or two, you might get your wish in the next episode. You might. But that'll come out soon. I've shot one scene for it, but I haven't done too much more. I finally got all the lines for it, so that's where that one's at. I don't really have much to say on it right now because I haven't really gotten much outside of the lines in one scene shot. Let's go to something that's a little bit farther along. Or is it? I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Where are we at? Oh boy, would you look at that. It's the life of motherfucking Prime. We got a bunch of Life of Prime things that I'm going to be doing this year. In fact, this is probably going to be the most of what I'm doing this year. To be perfectly honest, I want to laugh. I want to laugh a lot. And I want to laugh a lot more than I want to make bigger projects. So, bulk majority of the videos that come out this year are probably going to be Life of Prime. So if you like that, great. If you don't like that, I'd recommend you like it if you like laughing and fun. So we got two facets of the Life of Prime now. We got the regular stop motion stuff and we got the 3D animated stuff. The I guess I don't have it out here right now. That's too bad. Oh, so I was kind of hoping I had something sitting out here. I don't. So I ended last year on the Life of Prime. That's what I'm going to start this year with. I'm working on another 3D animated Life of Prime video right now. That's going to be coming out, I hope soon. I don't know yet. Hopefully soon. But that will be what I start this year with. I refuse to let anything else start the year, honestly. So, um, yeah, oh, yeah. So I got that. Other things that are going to come out this year. Well, I got this one animated Life of Prime one. That one's going to be a Pokemon themed one. So I got Pokemon. Oh, there's another one I want to do that's Godzilla for animated. You're catching a theme of I just add zanier characters into them. That's the point. There's going to be one that's going to have Kermit the Frog in there because that's probably one of like 2 impersonations I can do. So there's at least like yeah, there's probably gonna be like 3 of these animated ones this year. There is a one for the regular stop motion ones. I know there will be 2 regular stop motion ones for sure. One, it's the Among Us one I've been talking about for the last couple streams. I was talking about doing this Among Us themed one. That one will finally happen. I finally found what I needed to make it happen, so that's gonna be fun. I've been looking for a I wanted to do it in this animated style, but I couldn't find the models to make that work there. But I did manage to find a model of the ship they're in for the Among Us. Like it's an actual it's not a ripped model from the game, but someone made a free to use 3D model of it. So I got the backdrop, so they're actually going to be in the actual Among Us environment to do the video. So that'll be fun. It's going to turn out really good, I think. So we got the Among Us one. We got one where it's going to be them out in the city. They got to fight a fire caused by a Decepticon. That should be interesting. And I think the ending's going to make a lot of people laugh. If you ever watched any of the Transformers videos by Dr. Smoove, then you'll really like it. Connor, the other guy who writes the Life of Prime with me, he does all the voices for Countdown and Slaughter, Optimus Prime and Brawl. He was really, really, really pushing for this, so that's what's going to definitely happen. So, Life of Prime, it's going to be a big year for that. There's going to be quite a few videos for that coming out, and I hope you all enjoy them. Saw a question. Any particular Transformers special teams you'd want to make a film for? I did a joke thing a while back. I never posted it. Yeah, I did a joke thing. It was... God, what was that team called? Any particular Transformers special teams you'd want to make a film for? I'd make a joke thing for... It was, They were called the Super Car Patrol Team. And I laughed my ass off when I heard of them. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do something special for them. And I started to. And I don't know what happened to that. I should look back into that. Because that would be hilarious. I just thought it would be hilarious. Just the Super Car Patrol Team. And it's like, oh, hey, you can do something cool with the aerial bots. You can do something cool with the Stunticons. Why would I want to do something cool when I can do something funny? I don't want to be serious anymore. Being serious is boring. Oh, it costs money. I'm going to have to set out until I'm old. Yeah, it does cost a little money. Are you still going to voice Sam in Knights of Cybertron? Is that something I did? I am, I don't remember doing that. Sure it's me? I'm sorry if that's your project. I don't remember doing that. So what are we talking about here? I'm just going over what I'm going to be doing for videos I'm going to be posting this year. Answering questions as I go. What was I doing next? Next. Okay. Oh, Lightning Aiden. What's up? That is another channel member right there. Looks like he is at the Brawl status. That's why he gets a nice he's got a nice Brawl logo next to him. That's always pretty cool. Everyone starts out as a I think they start out as a Bumblebee and then they move up to a Brawl and then a Countdown. I'm going to add more eventually. I just haven't been. It's just I gotta edit the photos, and that's the issue. It's like I started to for a Prime, and then I didn't do it. I didn't finish it, so I gotta finish that. And then that'll be another tier for people, for channel members. So yeah, definitely become a channel member. Just because, I mean, aside from that, you also get the cool logo next to your name and the highlight. Just another reason to. What was I thinking? Oh, what's this? This is Stratosphere. I've talked about this for just about 7 years. It is Stratosphere. This is a feature-length stop motion film. Its own story or whatnot. I have been looking forward to doing this for a long time. I've been slowly working on it, and anytime I make any bit of progress, I usually end up starting over, and that's why it's taken so long. But no more rewrites, no more reshoots. Just about done filming it. That actually right there on the table is one of the last scenes that's in it, so that'll be nice. And it's going to come out this year, 2024. If it does not come out this year, I will quit YouTube, because I will not be continuing to tease this project and talk about how excited I am to do it, because I am excited to do it. It's just, it's so much work, and then when I get into it, I start deciding I don't like something and I start over, or I'll rewrite something, and I hate being that way. So, yeah, I'm gonna have that out this year. I got, aside from the scene that I'm filming, 2 more scenes to edit, including this one. So, just a little bit of the final fight, which is about halfway done editing. I finished that one filming, and then this, which is sort of like the, you know, the close, the send home from it. And then Stratosphere is done, and I'll post it. And I won't wait very long after it's done editing. It'll be like, hey, here, it's done being edited, which means I will probably just... I don't know if I'll drop a trailer for it. I may honestly just post it right then and there and just be like, you know what? Here you go. I've been waiting so long to post this that I don't even want to advertise it. I just want to get it out there. I want to get it done because I want people to see it, because I've been working so long on it. I've been working on it since 2017, so we're going on 7 years now. And even though it's like I should advertise this, because marketing-wise it would be dumb to not to just drop it in raw and just hope people like it. I really should advertise it, but I want to just post it. Why don't you premiere it? I could. I often a lot of times I can't. I don't have a lot of time, so I might miss my own premiere if I do. Not a bad idea. I should advertise it and then premiere it. Like, hey, here's a trailer or two, and then premiere it. I should do that. I'll probably end up having to do that. Just resist the excitement just to post it, just because 7 years is a long time to work on one thing. The last thing I want to do is kind of shoot myself in the foot on the potential viewership that it could have. It's one of those things where this is one I absolutely do kind of care about how many people watch it, just because I put so much work into it, and because I have plans for it after it comes out too. That reminds me, after it comes out, there's going to be a casting call for something that comes up, and it's going to be for the sequel to Stratosphere, a series called Transformers Downfall, which I have actually written almost in its entirety, almost all. It's going to be 4 seasons long, and I'm already about 3/4 of the way through season 3 now. So that one I'm going to be so excited to do, because it's actually like this. When it comes to, I should backstory this. A Life of Prime is my favorite thing to work on just because it's funny. This story, Stratosphere here, is the one that I'm honestly like most passionate about. That's why it's taken me 7 years. Oh, whoops. My thing just clicked off for a second. Yeah, so Stratosphere is the one I'm most passionate about. This is the one I really, 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 really like. It's the story that gets me the most excited. And basically for the last 7 years it's done that, so I want to continue with that. That'll be the main focus of the channel after like the War for Cybertron is gone, and the Life of Prime won't be continuing too much longer. I can't imagine it will, just because I can't keep hazing Connor for voices and whatnot. He's got to go do his thing, and at one point he's gonna be like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. But it's gonna happen. But when all that happens, Stratosphere will be it. That's gonna be my big focus, or just the sequel to it, Transformers Downfall, which is so excited. I've gone so heavy into the anime inspiration for it because I think the fight choreo for it would be amazing, and some of the stories there are just so out of the left field that I think, ooh, what would the Transformers rendition of them be? And then that's what I kind of did with this. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm new to the channel and I love what you do, man. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Pondering Gray. I appreciate that. What figures do you have that you wanted on your wish list? What that you wanted on your wish list? Like, are you talking ones that I have, like that I actually have now, or ones that I don't have? Because I have an Amazon wish list that kind of shows like what I'm looking at, but I don't have any of those. If that answers that question, I'm not sure how to answer that one specifically. Something's up with my eye here. Yeah, so I can't really talk too much about Transformers Downfall. I can't really talk about release dates on Stratosphere because I don't have them, but just the kind of the outlook for the year. I'm going to post Stratosphere this year. I'm absolutely going to, or I'm going to quit YouTube because I'm not going to continue to wait on this one. When I say quit the YouTube, I mean, I do mean I would quit. Like, come this time next year, if Stratosphere's not up, there won't be any more. I'll just delete the. No, I won't delete the channel, but I won't continue to make videos if it's not done. That's how passionately I feel about finishing this year, especially since the last trailer I made for this came out 2 years ago, and I said it was going to come out that year. I was like, oh yeah, 2022 or 20, maybe it came out in 2021, and I was like, coming 2022. Either or, it was supposed to come out in 2022, and it didn't. And then I said, oh, it's coming 2023. I said it in every live stream. It didn't. Now it's 2024. And I'm saying now that if it doesn't come out in 2024, nothing else is coming out. Nothing's coming out at that point. So, pressure me to get this done. Because I get distracted by doing other things like The Life of Prime, which makes me laugh, or The War for Cybertron, which everybody likes. This one you'll like too. I promise you'll like this one too. It's better than The War for Cybertron. It actually is better. One of the big flaws with the War for Cybertron story is that things just kind of happen. And it's done like that because I'm trying to do fan service there. And I mean, that's one way to write. It's not my writing style. It's just what it's just what I do there. I try to make the War for Cybertron a fan service thing, which maybe is why everybody watches that out of everything I do. But this is actually really good writing. And I say that patting myself on the back, knowing full well people could say this is the worst thing they've ever seen. But this is like my style of writing at its peak. And not it, well, I'm going to refrain from saying anything there. But to drop spoilers, and that's going to be a problem. So, please, be patient. Watch this. It's better than The War for Cybertron, I promise you. At least I like it more than The War for Cybertron. I would watch 5 minutes of this before I watch a full War for Cybertron video. That's how excited I am about it. So that's how excited I hope all of you feel about it when it's time for it to come out. I am really, really happy to do it. And then when it does come out, there'll be a casting call for the sequel. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I actually am really curious to see what you all have in store. So stay tuned. Also, what editing software do you use? I use Adobe Premiere for the bulk editing and then After Effects for the VFX. Okay. Take Stratosphere off. Lastly, what do we got? Oh my god, it's the War for Cybertron. Who saw that one coming? Where am I at with progress on this? You all are not gonna like my answer. I have basically nothing to show. I have the Velocitron Speedia 500 that I've been working on. That is still a ways away. I have episode 6 that I've been kind of working on. That is also a ways away. I have literally nothing to show. Do I have anything I can talk about in is there anything I can talk about for the War for Cybertron? That I am on the down low looking for some voices for a few characters in it. And I do say on the down low because I'm not putting out a casting call for it. I'm not doing anything like that. It's just going to be handled, I think. Now I say it's like I'm on the down low looking. I'm just kind of popping around watching a lot of other people's stuff and seeing what they've done. I'm like, ooh, I like that voice. I should remember to use them, or I should remember to ask them about being a part. That's for the Star Seeker Armada one, going from there and then there on. Any of the main Legacy episodes probably won't see anything, for those are pre-cast. I just started writing for the those episodes to have to already just be written for the characters I already have, not establishing new ones there. So there might be something for the Starseeker Armada. That's where the casting calls, or where the casting is going to be for, and then subsequently Legacy Evolution and Legacy United. That is also, what else is there to think about? There's something I wanted to bring up about Legacy, and I can't remember what it is now. Of course, because I didn't make bullet points like I normally do. You're watching the human dumbass at work right now. You know, I really don't have anything else, actually. If I can't think of it, it must not have been important. At least. At least that's how I'm probably just going to go about thinking about it. Yeah, so Legacy, all I have for you is that I don't have anything for you right now. Other than that, I'm going to try to get at least 2 Legacy videos out this year. Just because they're all going to take so long. I know like when Siege was coming out, I had 1 per month, and then Earthrise, it was still at least like 1 a month, and then Kingdom, it was still mostly 1 a month. Legacy has been hit or miss whenever. What's the last figure that you purchased? I have it right here, actually. Let's not drop it. That would be a heartbreaker. This is Mastermind Creations Megatron. It's gonna be part of the Transformers Downfall, the Stratosphere sequel. So I need to finish Stratosphere first. What was I saying? Yeah, that's the last thing I purchased. I don't really, I have no interest in really buying a lot of the mainline Transformers stuff now. It's mainly just the, Mastermind Creations. That's the one. That's what I'm thinking of. I like those. I really like those. I like those a lot more than, what Hasbro's doing. Ever since they stopped doing like the Siege, like Transformers, I like that whole like war-torn Cybertron model style. And when that stopped, and now they're just doing just G1 figures really, and both Studio Series and Legacy, it's just kind of just, it's not for me. It's not for me. It kind of lost me a little bit. I liked it when it was G1 inspired, but still Cybertron models. I thought that was cool. I thought that was different. That was so different than anything they've ever done. Now it's just G1 versions of other characters, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I get it. There's some nice ones, but it's not for me. That's why I'm third party. So, yeah. That's the last figure I purchased. That was... I wouldn't even say I purchased it. Yeah, I purchased it last year, but showed up just about before the end of the year, honestly. It was a pre-order that finally cashed in. Anyhow, that's pretty much it. That covers everything I'm doing this year. I don't have anything more to talk about or anything to show y'all because I don't do much. I took the whole winter just as kind of like me time, really, so I don't have anything because I didn't really do anything this winter. I actually just kind of just moped about for the holidays, tried to figure things out. Spent more time working on my new Blackstone griddle because I like to barbecue things on it now. And resin printing, that's been a big focus. And Etsy and filling eBay orders and having no time where I'm not working on something, if not actually work. So I need to get back into the YouTube swing of things. So, all in all, that's what I've been up to. YouTube wise, it's going to be Life of Prime first coming back. And then possibly other things. Stratosphere for sure. If not, then it was nice knowing y'all on the YouTube things. I won't be continuing. I joke, but I'm also not joking. Stratosphere will come out this year, or I will not continue YouTube. That's my rule for me. So, anyhow, it's been fun. I know this wasn't exactly like the funnest stream, because I didn't really, I wasn't planning on doing a whole lot. This has actually been going longer than I thought it would, and yeah, I didn't really have like a big like, hey, we're gonna do something fun plan. I got this. Just wanted to cover what I'm gonna be doing. That way, maybe y'all can hold me to it. Because if I'm just left to my own devices, nothing's getting done. I'm just gonna go mope. I'll do stupid stuff like work on my grill, work on my resin printer, work on my printer, work on Etsy stuff. That's what I do. I'm not productive anymore. I used to be productive, but I'm not productive anymore. Being productive is for people who do productive things, and I'm not that anymore. Anyhow, I'm gonna call it here for y'all. Oh, it's also almost 4:40. I gotta go wake up my dog and take care of him. So, on that, I'll say thanks for tuning in. Next stream will be... It'll be whenever. I can't say I have a... I can't say I have a lot to, I'm not very great at scheduling these things in advance. Next one will be another one of those watch along ones for sure, because I enjoyed doing that. Seemed like there was some fun with that, and that's what we'll do next. So until then, catch y'all on the dude side. Join the Discord so you can stay up to date on things a little more, and we also just chat and hang out. It's a nice place. Do that.